everyone. My name is Karen Davino. I am the Superintendent of Schools, and I am here with Kayla Barca. I am so excited to interview her today. This is the Superintendent Spotlight, and the reason I am interviewing Kayla is that she is an outstanding young lady who is the Salutatorian of the class of 2021. Yay! So while that is super exciting, one of the things we always talk about when we do Superintendent Spotlight is the successes of our students and some of the things that I hope our parents and younger students are watching learn about what it's like to be a high-achieving academic superstar like Kayla is up here at the high school. So Kayla is our salutatorian, and she just told me she's going to, what college are you going to?
University of Connecticut.
Yes, UConn, right?
Yes.
So very exciting. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why you chose UConn?
Okay, so I originally was very into biology and I was going to go for molecular biology, but then when I took AP Chem, I really found an interest in that, and I ended up deciding I wanted to do pharmacy, but I applied to colleges in both like biology majors and pharmacy majors. So then when I decided I wanted to do pharmacy, I was between 3 schools, and UConn was one of the only schools I had the opportunity to fully tour, and when I went to that campus, I really loved it. And it's very big, so there's like sports and all the aspects of the college that I wanted, but it also had a very small atmosphere in the pharmacy department, and I'm hoping I'm going to be in the learning community, which will allow me to like talk one-on-one with the pharmacy professors and get like 2 different aspects in one college.
So great. So let's talk about a couple of things you just mentioned. First of all, congratulations. UConn is a great school.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to hear that you've chosen pharmacy. I think you will be employed like instantly, right? So you mentioned chem, right? So you took
Yes.
chem and then you're like, maybe I want to do pharmacy. So what class did you take? Was it this year you took the pharmacy class?
Yes, I took AP Chem last year with Miss Winters, and I loved it, and I love her. She's so good. And then I took Pharm Tech with her this year, and we're going to be taking the pharmacy technician exam really soon. So hopefully I'll pass that, and then I'll be able to work as a pharmacy technician in a pharmacy around here or in college.
Yeah, so listen folks, that totally beats like delivering pizza for the summer, right? I
Yes.
mean, you know, listen, so Kayla is going to have the chance to work kind of in her major. It's almost like a pre-internship before you even go to college. So the Pharm Tech program is something I wanted to highlight because it's relatively new at Vernon Township High School. For our families at home, if you don't know about it, we do have a Pharm Tech program here, a pharmacy technician program. So upon the passing of the test, which I know that you will do, you'll be successful, you will have a certification that allows you to actually be a Pharm Tech, which is really, really, really exceptional. The other thing you mentioned about UConn was kind of the big, Big Ten feel, right? Because you're looking at football games and all that kind of stuff, which is a lot of fun.
In basketball, they have
and
a very
basketball,
great
yes,
basketball
for
team.
sure, known for that, and a little bit different than Vernon, right? So maybe you want to spread your wings a little. You mentioned the small learning communities at UConn. So, like, talk to me a little bit about your learning style and why you think you did mention that you want to be able to get like kind of one-on-one with the professors. Did you feel like you had some of that here? Is that similar? How do you learn
Yes,
best?
for sure. I love learning in person, so being virtual is like really hard for me. So as soon as like I had the opportunity to come back in person, I did, even though I was one of the few kids in a lot of my classes. And when I was in person, I did get like a lot of time one-on-one with my teachers, which I really loved. I've always made connections with my teachers, have a lot of favorite teachers every year. And so yeah, I really loved coming to school. And then I was really happy when all the other kids came back to school this year. So I wasn't alone, and I was with my friends, with the teachers. It was great.
Well, and you know what, listen, I mean, a shout out to our faculty because they really do a wonderful job. I'm so glad that you mentioned them. So outside of school, I know that you work, and I know that you're really active in Key Club. So talk to me a little bit about service. You're an officer this year, so congratulations.
Thank
Another
you.
A really important part of your application, right? So talk about Key Club. What are some of the things about Key Club that you really enjoyed?
Key Club is the first club I ever joined in the high school. It's a community service club, and I'm secretary this year, so I kind of have a little bit more, I guess, power than I did in the past. And we do a lot of community service in the school and community. We've done veterans dinners, we've done cleanups, we've done senior citizen dinners. We do Tilly's Kids every year, which is where we go to underprivileged schools and we give the kids gifts, we eat lunch with them, and we do like a lot of other smaller things as well.
So when you participate in Key Club, how does it make you feel being part of an organization like that?
Oh, I love that. I love community service, and I'm part of a lot of like different community service clubs because it makes me happy when I see that I'm like helping other people and I can see the difference right before my eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really special, right? So some of the things that Kayla mentioned today are just super important for anybody who's watching. And if you've seen the podcast before in a Superintendent Spotlight, I always talk about when you see somebody like Kayla, who's a high school senior, getting ready to fly off into the world up at UConn, we start to think about the things that got her there, right? So think about taking advantage of a new program here at Vernon High School, right? We've got that Farm Tech program, which is new. Taking advantage of really great classes and exceptional teachers like Miss Winters and AP Chem. Being a part of things bigger than just academics, right? Like
Yes.
Key Club, field hockey, you've participated in other things over the years too, right? So a well-rounded application is really important. And of course, keeping up with your studies. You don't get to be number 2 in the class without making sure that you're doing your work and following through on everything. So anything else you want to share about leaving Vernon, maybe something that you'll always remember or something that you think you'll miss when you're gone?
Oh yeah, so I've always been really close with my family and I have a really great group of friends, so it's obviously going to be sad to leave Vernon and move on, but I'm also really excited because it's a new place, I'm going to meet new people, new experiences. The one thing I would recommend to kids younger in high school would be to get involved, because although working hard in school and in your classes is really important, if you're involved in clubs and sports, you make a lot more memories. And I feel like that's mostly what I took away from high school outside of the coursework, is really all the memories from the clubs and sports and other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, when we were struggling with COVID, we kept going with sports, and it was hard at times, but athletics is so important for the development of our students as well as clubs. So that was really poignant. Thank you so much for sharing. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, Kayla Barca, Salutatorian of the class of 2021. We wish her all the successes in the world next year at UConn. Great job.
Thank you.